Be me, 24-year-old loser who can't talk to women without sweating through my shirt. Working dead-end IT job. Spend weekends playing Elden Ring and wondering why I'm alone. Meet Emma at coffee shop. She's reading Murakami and looks like she stepped out of a Wes Anderson film. Try to talk to her. End up discussing the weather for 90 seconds before she politely excuses herself. Go home. Cry into my pillow. Decide I need to fix my life. Remember my coworker Dave mentioning therapy helped him stop being socially awkward. Dave now has a girlfriend and goes to parties. Meanwhile, I'm home on Saturday night eating cereal for dinner. Screw it, I'm booking a therapist. Find Dr. Sarah Mitchell online. She has good reviews and doesn't look intimidating. First session is awkward as hell. I can barely explain why I'm there. So you want to work on social skills? She asks. Yeah, there's this girl I like and I'm basically a potato around her. Dr. Mitchell laughs, says we can definitely work on that. Spend next few weeks doing exercises, role-playing conversations, working through my anxiety. She's actually really cool, makes therapy feel less like therapy and more like talking to a friend who happens to have a PhD. Start seeing improvements. Can hold eye contact now without wanting to die. See Emma at the coffee shop again 3 weeks later. Walk up with confidence I definitely don't feel, but fake it anyway. Hey, I'm terrible at small talk, but I think you're really interesting and I'd love to get coffee sometime that isn't here. She smiles, gives me her number, says she'd like that. Holy shit, it worked. Text Dr. Mitchell. The good news, she's genuinely excited for me. Go on first date with Emma the following Friday. We talk about books, movies, our shared love of Studio Ghibli films. She tells me about her job as a graphic designer. I tell her about my sad IT existence. You're really easy to talk to, she says, internally screaming because therapy actually worked. We start dating. Everything is going great for about 2 months. Then things get weird. She starts canceling plans last minute, takes hours to reply to texts. Is everything okay? I ask during what would be our 4th canceled date. I just need some space to think, she says. Classic breakup line. I've seen enough rom-coms to know where this is going. She dumps me over a text 3 days later. You're great, but I don't think we're compatible long-term, sorry. Devastated, go back to therapy to process the breakup. Dr. Mitchell is supportive, helps me work through my feelings. You did everything right. Sometimes things just don't work out, she says. We spend several sessions talking about rejection, self-worth, moving forward. Notice Dr. Mitchell is being extra nice, more engaged than usual. She laughs at all my jokes, even the stupid ones. One session, she asks if I want to grab dinner after our appointment. Like professionally, I ask. Like 2 people getting food together, she says with a smile. Realize my therapist is asking me out. Panic internally, but say yes because she's actually really attractive, and we get along great. Dinner's amazing. We talk about everything except therapy stuff. She tells me about her residency horror stories. I tell her about the time I accidentally deleted my boss's entire email archive. We laugh until the restaurant is closing and they're putting chairs on tables. I really enjoyed this, she says in the parking lot. Me too. Does this mean I need a new therapist? Probably, she laughs. I'll refer you to a colleague. Start dating Dr. Sarah Mitchell, or just Sarah now, I guess. My friends think this is insane when I tell them. Dave nearly spits out his beer. Dude, you pulled your therapist? That's some anime protagonist shit. I know, I don't understand my life right now either. Things with Sarah are incredible. She gets me in ways Emma never did. We've been dating for about a month when disaster strikes. At the grocery store with Sarah when I hear a familiar voice behind me. Oh my God, is that you? Turn around, it's Emma. She looks different. Maybe lost weight, definitely looks stressed. Hey Emma, this is Sarah, my girlfriend. Emma's face goes through several emotions at once. Your girlfriend? That was fast. Sarah picks up on the tension immediately because she's literally trained to read people. I'm going to grab some things from the next aisle, Sarah says tactfully. Emma immediately starts talking. I made a huge mistake breaking up with you. I've been miserable. I was really into you, but it didn't work out. I've moved on. Can we at least talk about this? Get coffee? I don't think that's a good idea. I'm happy with Sarah. She looks like she might cry right there in the produce section. Sarah comes back. We finish shopping and leave. Ex-girlfriend? Sarah asks in the car. Yeah, the one I originally went to therapy for. Interesting timing, she says, but doesn't push it. Think that's the end of it, but life has other plans. 2 weeks later, Sarah comes home from work looking disturbed. We need to talk about something weird. My stomach drops because nothing good starts with those words. A new patient came in today, told my colleague she needed help processing a breakup and some complicated feelings. Okay? My colleague was sick, so I covered the intake session, and it was Emma. You're kidding. I wish I was. She spent the entire session talking about you without knowing who I am. This is like a subplot from Scott Pilgrim, but worse. What did she say? I can't tell you specifics because of confidentiality, but she's definitely not over you and might be slightly obsessed. Great. My ex is now in therapy with my girlfriend, who she doesn't know is my girlfriend. Did you tell her? Not yet. I need to figure out the ethical way to handle this. I'll have to refer her out, but it's complicated. Next few days are tense. Sarah is stressed about the ethical nightmare of the situation. Then Emma texts me out of nowhere. I started therapy, working on myself. I think we should talk. Ignore the text, show Sarah. She's escalating, Sarah says, and I notice something different in her voice. What do you mean? Nothing. I just think we need to be careful. Week later, Emma shows up at my apartment. I didn't tell her where I live, which is concerning. How did you find me? I asked around, please just give me 5 minutes. I'm with someone. I'm happy. You need to move on. But what we had was special. You can't tell me you didn't feel it. I did feel it. Then you dumped me over text. I'm not going back to that. She starts crying. I made a mistake. People make mistakes. Sarah's car pulls up. Perfect timing. Sarah gets out. Emma recognizes her immediately. Wait, you're dating my therapist? She's not your therapist anymore. She referred you out, I say. Emma's face goes from sad to angry. Did you plan this? Were you two together when we were dating? No, we both say at the same time. This is insane. You started dating your therapist. That's so messed up. The irony of her calling anything messed up right now. Sarah steps forward. You need to leave. This isn't healthy for anyone. Emma storms off, yelling something about reporting Sarah to the licensing board. We go inside, both stressed. This is a disaster, Sarah says. She can't actually get you in trouble, right? You referred her out. We started dating after you stopped being my therapist. Technically, everything was above board, but it looks bad, she admits. Next week, Sarah is acting weird, distant. Catch her on the phone, talking quietly, hangs up when I enter the room. Who was that? Just work stuff, she says, but won't make eye contact. Red flags everywhere, but I try to ignore them. Emma texts me again. We need to talk. It's about Sarah. Against my better judgment, I agree to meet at a neutral coffee shop. Emma looks different, more put together, almost too calm. Your girlfriend has been contacting me, she says. What? Why would she do that? At first I thought it was professional, checking in after the referral, but then the messages got weird. She shows me her phone, screenshots of texts from Sarah's number. She's been telling me that you still have feelings for me, that you talk about me all the time. That's not true at all. I know, that's why I'm showing you. Something is wrong with her. My brain is short-circuiting. She also told me you were planning to break up with her, that I should wait for you. Why would she say that? I don't know, but I think she's trying to manipulate both of us. Go home, confront Sarah with the screenshots. She doesn't deny it. I was trying to help, she says calmly. Help with what? Why are you telling my ex that I still have feelings for her? Because you do, I can tell. You talk about her more than you realize. No, I don't. I'm happy with you. Are you, though, or are you just comfortable? This feels like gaslighting, which is ironic coming from a therapist. I saw the way you looked at her at the grocery store, Sarah continues. I looked at her like someone I used to date, that's it. I think deep down you want her back, and I was trying to facilitate that because I care about your happiness. That's insane. You're being insane right now. She smiles, and it's not the warm smile I fell for. Am I? Or am I the only one being honest about what you really want? I can't do this, I say, and grab my keys. Where are you going? Anywhere but here. I need to think. Drive around for an hour, end up at Dave's apartment. He opens the door in his boxers. Dude, it's midnight. My therapist girlfriend is gaslighting me about my ex. That's the most insane sentence I've ever heard come in. Explain everything to Dave and his girlfriend Melissa. Bro, she's manipulating both of you, Melissa says immediately. Women can sense this shit, Dave adds helpfully. What do I do? You break up with the crazy therapist and apologize to your ex for the mess, Melissa says. Spend the night on Dave's couch, ignore 47 texts from Sarah. Next morning I go back to the apartment to get my stuff. Sarah is waiting, and she's made breakfast. Can we talk calmly? She asks. I'm moving out. This isn't working. You're overreacting. I was trying to help you process your feelings. By lying to Emma and telling her I want to get back together? I never lied. I just shared my professional observations. You're not my therapist anymore. You're my girlfriend. Or you were. She starts crying. Please don't leave. I can fix this. I don't think you can. Pack my essentials. Leave while she's still crying at the kitchen table. Feel like shit, but also relieved. Text Emma. Can we talk again? Not about getting back together, just to clear the air. She agrees. We meet at a different coffee shop because the other one has bad memories now. I'm sorry you got dragged into my mess, I say. It's not your fault. She's clearly got issues. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. We talk for 2 hours, actually have a good conversation. For what it's worth, you did seem different when we dated. More confident, she says. Therapy helped with that, ironically. Maybe we both needed to grow up separately. Yeah, I think so. We part as actual friends this time. No drama. A few weeks later, I'm back to living alone, got a new therapist who's a 60-year-old man named Dr. Peterson. He's helping me process the whole Sarah situation. That's quite the story, he says after I explain everything. I know, I can't make this stuff up. What did you learn from all this? That I need to work on recognizing red flags and maybe date someone who isn't my mental health professional. He laughs. Both good takeaways. Sarah tries to contact me a few more times, but I block her number. Hear through the grapevine that she's under review by her licensing board. Emma did report. Her, feel a little bad, but also she brought it on herself. 3 months later, I'm doing okay, focusing on myself, started going to the gym with Dave. At the bookstore browsing when someone taps my shoulder. Turn around, it's a girl from my building I've seen around. Hey, I'm Rachel. I live on the 3rd floor. Oh yeah, I've seen you in the elevator. This is awkward, but I've wanted to talk to you for a while. Would you want to get coffee sometime? She's cute. Seems normal. Definitely not my therapist. Yeah, I'd like that. We exchange numbers. She leaves with a smile. Text Dave. Girl from my building asked me out. Is this good luck or a trap? Dave replies, just make sure she's not a therapist first. Already confirmed, she works in marketing. Then go for it. You deserve something normal. Meet Rachel for coffee the following Saturday. Conversation flows naturally. She's funny and doesn't have any apparent psychological issues. So what do you do for fun? She asks. Gaming, reading, trying not to date my therapist. She laughs. That sounds like a story. It's a long one. I've got time. Spend the next hour telling her the entire saga. She's genuinely entertained. That's the wildest dating story I've ever heard, she says. Yeah, my life was a romantic comedy that became a psychological thriller. Well, I'm just a normal person with a normal job and no secret agenda. That's refreshingly boring. We laugh. She touches my arm. I don't panic and sweat through my shirt. Therapy actually did help, just not in the way I expected. Want to get dinner next weekend? I ask. Absolutely. Walk home feeling optimistic for the first time in months. Life is weird, but maybe it's getting back on track. Emma texts me randomly. Heard you're dating someone new, happy for you. Reply, thanks, hope you're doing well too. She is apparently dating someone from her office. Sarah sends one final email. I'm sorry for everything. I was going through something and handled it wrong. I hope you're happy. Don't reply, some things are better left in the past. Date Rachel for a few months. Things are good. She meets Dave and Melissa. They approve. Finally found a normal one, Dave says. Don't jinx it. 6 months later, Rachel and I are still together. No drama, no manipulation. Sometimes I think about the whole Sarah situation and how insane it was. Dr. Peterson says it was a learning experience about boundaries and recognizing unhealthy patterns. You came out of it stronger, he says. Yeah, and with a great story for parties. That too. Rachel moves in with me after a year. We adopt a cat named Totoro because we're both Miyazaki fans. Life is stable, boring in the best way. Run into Emma one more time at a bookstore. She's with her boyfriend. We all chat briefly. It's not awkward. Glad things worked out for you, she says. You too. That night, Rachel asks what I'm thinking about. Just how weird life can get sometimes. But it worked out. Yeah, it did. Never thought I'd end up here when I first booked that therapy appointment to impress a girl. Got dumped, dated my therapist, got gaslit, and found someone actually right for me. Dave was right. This is some anime protagonist shit. But I'll take the happy ending. Be me, 26-year-old accountant who made a massive screw-up at work. Accidentally sent confidential salary information to the entire company instead of just HR. Everyone now knows what everyone else makes. Chaos erupts immediately. People are pissed. My boss is furious. CEO wants my head on a spike. Panic mode activated. Brain goes into survival overdrive. Remember watching a soap opera where a character faked amnesia to avoid consequences. Terrible idea, but I'm desperate and stupid, so naturally I commit to it. Next morning, call my boss and speak in a confused voice. Who is this? Where am I? Why do I have your number in my phone? Boss thinks I'm joking at first, then realizes I sound genuinely confused. Are you serious right now? This isn't funny after what you did yesterday. I don't remember yesterday. I don't even remember who I am. Should I go to a hospital? Can hear the panic in his voice now. He tells me to get checked out immediately. Drive to the hospital. Commit to the bit fully. Tell the ER doctor I woke up with no memory of who I am or what happened. Do you remember your name? She asks while shining a light in my eyes. Pretend to struggle. I think it starts with a J or maybe a B. She orders a CT scan. Now I'm actually nervous because what if they find something? Scan comes back normal. Doctor says it could be psychogenic amnesia from stress. Sometimes the brain blocks out traumatic events as a defense mechanism, she explains. Perfect. Exactly what I need her to think. She recommends I take time off work and see a neurologist and therapist. Get a doctor's note excusing me from work for 2 weeks. My roommate picks me up from the hospital. I have to pretend I don't know him. Dude, what the hell happened? He asks in the car. Do I know you? The doctor said someone named Marcus would pick me up. His name is actually Marcus, so that works out. Bro, I'm your roommate. We've lived together for 3 years. I'm sorry, I don't remember anything. He's genuinely concerned, feels bad lying to him, but I'm in too deep now. Get home, pretend everything in the apartment is new to me. Marcus shows me photos of us at concerts, parties, trips we took. Have to act like I'm seeing them for the first time. This is actually depressing. We went to Coachella last year. You got so drunk you tried to crowd surf and nobody caught you. Fake laugh. That sounds like something I would do, I guess. You don't remember any of this? He looks devastated, starting to feel like an asshole but can't back out now. My mom calls. Marcus hands me the phone. Honey, I heard what happened. Are you okay? I'm sorry, who is this? She starts crying. Now I feel even worse. It's your mother. You don't remember me? The doctor said my memory might come back slowly. I'm sorry. She's sobbing, saying she's coming to visit this weekend. Hang up. Marcus looks at me with pity. This is so messed up, man. Is there anything I can do? Just be patient with me. Guess. Spend the next few days pretending to relearn everything about my life. Marcus shows me my favorite restaurants, movies, music. Actually kind of interesting seeing my life from an outside perspective. Meanwhile, work is blowing up my phone. HR wants to know when I'll be back. There's an investigation happening. Play the amnesia card hard. I don't even know what company I work for. They send someone from HR to check on me, lady named Patricia. She shows up with flowers and a concerned expression. We're all very worried about you. How are you feeling? Confused mostly. I'm told I work in accounting. Yes, you've been with us for 4 years. You're very good at your job. What happened before my accident? Did something bad happen? She shifts uncomfortably. There was an incident, but don't worry about that now. Just focus on recovery. Perfect. They're too guilty to press me about the salary leak. My mom visits that weekend, brings photo albums, sitting on the couch while she shows me baby pictures, childhood memories. You were such a curious child, always getting into things. Have to pretend I don't remember any family vacations, birthdays, holidays. She tells me about my dad who passed away 5 years ago. You spoke at his funeral. Everyone said it was beautiful. Actually getting emotional because she's tearing up talking about it. I wish I could remember him, I say, and part of me means it. She hugs me. The doctor said memories might come back. We just have to be patient. After she leaves, Marcus finds me staring at the photo albums. You okay, man? Yeah, just weird looking at a life I apparently lived but can't remember. Must be scary. It is. And that's not entirely a lie. This is getting too real. Friends start visiting to help jog my memory. My best friend since college shows up with our old yearbook. Remember freshman year? We got caught sneaking into the campus pool at 2 a.m. No, but it sounds fun. He tells me stories for hours. Some I actually forgot about. You were the best man at my wedding last year. Gave a hilarious speech. I'm sorry I don't remember that. It's not your fault, dude. We'll make new memories. Everyone is being so nice and understanding. Guilt is eating me alive. 2 weeks pass. I have to go back to work. Show up acting confused. People treat me like I'm made of glass. My boss gives me easy tasks, nothing important. Just take it slow, don't push yourself. Coworkers whisper when I walk by, everyone knows about my amnesia. Girl from marketing brings me coffee. Thought you might need this. Thanks, sorry I don't remember your name. It's Jessica, we used to chat by the water cooler sometimes. She's pretty, seems genuinely concerned about me. Maybe we could grab lunch sometime, help you remember things? That would be nice. Have lunch with Jessica, she tells me about office dynamics. There was this whole drama about salary transparency. Some idiot leaked everyone's pay. Playing dumb. That sounds bad. Yeah, people are still mad about it, but at least the guy who did it isn't around anymore. What happened to him? He apparently got amnesia or something. Honestly sounds fake to me. Heart drops, she suspects. Why would someone fake that? To avoid getting fired, probably. Pretty convenient timing. She's staring at me weird. Does she know? Well, it sounds like a terrible thing to fake. That would be really messed up. Yeah, totally, she says, but doesn't break eye contact. Lunch ends awkwardly. I'm paranoid now. That night, Marcus asks how work went. Fine. Everyone's being weird around me, though. They're just trying to help. Give it time. Yeah, you're probably right. Decide I need an exit strategy from this amnesia thing. Can't keep it up forever. Need to gradually recover my memory. Start by remembering small things, like where the coffee maker is. Oh, I think I remember this, I say when Marcus makes breakfast. Really? That's great, man. Slowly add more memories over the next week. Remember people's names, recall some work procedures, basic stuff. Everyone is excited about my progress, celebrating small victories. My mom calls daily, crying happy tears when I remember family stories. Meanwhile, Jessica's watching me like a hawk at work. Catch her taking notes when I interact with people. She definitely suspects something. This is bad. One day she corners me in the break room. Can I ask you something personal? Sure. Do you really not remember the salary incident? What incident? The email that went out 3 weeks ago, right before your amnesia. I don't remember much from before. Why? Just seems convenient that you forgot the exact thing that would get you fired. Are you accusing me of something? I'm just saying it's suspicious, that's all. She walks away. I'm sweating bullets. Tell Marcus that night. He's shocked. Wait, you faked amnesia because you messed up at work? I panicked. I didn't think it would go this far. Dude, my mom has been crying every night worried about you. I know, I feel terrible. You need to come clean, this is insane. I can't, I'll lose my job and everyone will hate me. Marcus is pissed. Everyone already thinks you have brain damage, which is worse. I'll figure something out, just give me time. You've had 3 weeks, this is out of control. He's right, but I'm in too deep. Can't back out now. Next day at work, Jessica is talking to my boss. They keep looking at me, definitely discussing my situation. Boss calls me into his office after lunch. How are you feeling? Any more memories coming back? Some. It's still foggy, though. That's good. Listen, we need to talk about the email incident. Heart racing. What about it? You sent out confidential information before your accident. We need to know if you remember anything about that. I honestly don't remember much from that day. So you don't remember sending the email to everyone? No, sir, I'm sorry. He leans back, studying my face. Jessica thinks you're faking your amnesia. What? Why would I do that? That's what I'd like to know. Are you faking it? Moment of truth. I could come clean or double down. No, sir, I went to the hospital. I have doctor's notes. This is real. I want to believe you, but the timing is very suspicious. I understand, but I can't help when my brain decided to break. He sighs. All right, but we're going to need you to see our company psychiatrist. That's fine. I want to get better too. Leave his office. Jessica is smirking at her desk. She knows and she's trying to expose me. Company psychiatrist appointment is scheduled for next week. Now I have to fool an actual mental health professional. Spend days researching amnesia symptoms, making sure my story is consistent. Marcus isn't talking to me, still mad about the lying. You're going to get caught eventually, he says. Maybe, but I have to try. This is the dumbest thing you've ever done. I know, I'm aware. Day of the psychiatrist appointment arrives. I'm nervous as hell. Doctor's name is Dr. Chen. She's all business. Tell me about your memory loss. When did it start? Go through my rehearsed story, hitting all the right symptoms. She asks detailed questions. I answer carefully. Do you remember the email you sent before your amnesia? No, everyone keeps mentioning it, but I have no memory of that day. How convenient for you. Excuse me? It's interesting that you forgot the one thing that could cost you your job. I didn't choose what to forget. That's not how this works. She writes something down, doesn't look convinced. I'm going to recommend some tests. We'll get to the bottom of this. More tests, more chances to get caught. Leave her office feeling defeated. This is spiraling. That night I get a call from my mom. Honey, I talked to Dr. Chen. She has concerns about your diagnosis. What kind of concerns? She thinks there might be psychological factors beyond just memory loss. Like what? She didn't want to say over the phone, but she wants to see you again. Great, the psychiatrist is on to me. Next session with Dr. Chen is more intense. I've reviewed your case with several colleagues. We have some questions, okay? Your memory loss is very selective. You forgot work-related stress, but remember everything else fairly well. I don't understand what you're implying. I'm implying that this might not be organic amnesia, but rather a psychological defense mechanism, possibly even a conscious one. She's basically calling me a liar without saying it directly. So you think I'm faking? I think you might be experiencing something called malingering, where someone consciously fabricates symptoms. That's ridiculous. I went to the hospital. Yes, and their scans were normal. No physical cause for your amnesia. The ER doctor said it could be stress-induced, or it could be fabricated. We're scheduling a more thorough evaluation. Leave her office. I'm screwed. Jessica's waiting in the parking lot, blocks my car. We need to talk. About what? I know you're faking. I can prove it. You don't know anything. I found the email you sent on your computer. The timestamp shows you were at your desk for 20 minutes after sending it. So if you were having some brain incident, you wouldn't have stuck around to clean up your desk and log out properly. You would have left immediately or called for help. Shit, she's right. Didn't think about that detail. That doesn't prove anything. Maybe not legally, but it's enough to make everyone question your story. Combined with Dr. Chen's doubts, you're finished. Why do you even care? Because you're making a mockery of people with real medical conditions. My sister has actual amnesia from a car accident, and you're using it as an excuse? Feel like absolute garbage now. Didn't consider how offensive this might be. I didn't mean to save it. I'm going to HR tomorrow with everything I have. She leaves. I sit in my car having an existential crisis. Drive home, Marcus is watching TV. They know, or they're about to know, Jessica's exposing me tomorrow. Good, you deserve it. Thanks for the support. What did you expect? You lied to everyone, including your mom. You involved doctors and therapists. You wasted company resources on fake medical evaluations. This is all on you. He's absolutely right. I'm the villain in this story. Can't sleep that night. Thinking about tomorrow. Could run away, change my name, start over in another city. That's crazy talk. I'm not in a movie. Could come clean before Jessica does. At least control the narrative. That seems like the only decent option left. Next morning, I get to work early. Ask my boss for a meeting. What's this about? Take a deep breath. Time to face the consequences. I need to tell you something. I haven't been entirely honest about my condition. His face changes immediately. Go on. I don't have amnesia. I faked it because I panicked about the email situation. Silence. He just stares at me. You faked a medical condition? For 3 weeks? Yes, sir, I'm sorry. I know how messed up that is. You involved doctors, therapists, your family, your coworkers, all to avoid responsibility. I made a terrible decision, and I kept making it worse. I'm ready to accept whatever consequences come. He stands up. You're fired, effective immediately, and we're considering legal action for fraud. I understand. HR will contact you about next steps. Leave your badge and laptop on your way out. Walk out of his office. Jessica is standing there. Guess I didn't need to say anything after all. You were right. I'm sorry, especially about your sister. She doesn't respond, just watches me leave. Pack my desk while everyone stares. Most humiliating moment of my life. Security escorts me out, literally the walk of shame. Get home, Marcus is making coffee. Got fired, told them the truth. How'd that go? Exactly as badly as you'd expect, possibly facing legal action for fraud. Jesus. Yeah, I need to call my mom and tell her. Hardest phone call I've ever made. She's devastated and furious. How could you do this? I was worried sick. I made a horrible mistake that kept getting worse. I'm so sorry. Sorry isn't enough. Do you know what this put me through? She hangs up. I deserve that. Spend the next week in depression mode. Barely leave my room. My friends find out. Most of them stop talking to me. Marcus is still pissed, but at least he hasn't kicked me out. Get a letter from the company's lawyers. They're suing for the cost of medical evaluations and lost productivity. Approximately $15,000, money I don't have. Have to hire a lawyer, he's not optimistic. You committed fraud, documented it through multiple medical professionals. This is bad. Can I go to jail? Unlikely, but the financial penalties will be significant. Lose the lawsuit, obviously, order to pay restitution. Have to sell my car and most of my stuff to cover costs. Working at a coffee shop now because no accounting firm will hire me after this. Word spread in the industry, I'm basically blacklisted. My mom eventually forgives me, but our relationship is strained. I just don't understand why you didn't come to me, she says. I was ashamed and I made it worse by lying. Yes, you did. 6 months later, I'm still rebuilding my life from scratch. Marcus moved out, got his own place, says he needs space. Living in a smaller apartment alone, making barely enough to survive. Occasionally see Jessica around town. We don't acknowledge each other. One day, my old boss emails me, unexpected. Wanted to let you know we've updated our protocols because of your incident. There are now better checks in place for sensitive information. In a weird way, your screw-up made us better. Doesn't excuse what you did, but thought you should know. Not sure how to feel about that. Working on getting my CPA certification back. Have to go through ethics review. Explain the whole situation to the board. They're not impressed. This is one of the most egregious cases of professional misconduct we've seen, the chairman says. I know, I'm trying to make it right. It will take years to rebuild trust, if ever. Suspended from practicing accounting for 5 years minimum. So that's my future, working service jobs until I'm in my 30s. Joined a therapy group for people dealing with consequences of poor decisions. Finally getting actual help instead of faking medical conditions. Therapist asks what I learned from all this. That running from responsibility only makes things worse, and that my actions affect way more people than I realized. That's a start, but you need to understand why you made that choice in the first place. I was scared of failing, of being seen as incompetent, so I chose a lie that made me look sick instead of stupid. And how did that work out? Made everything infinitely worse, hurt everyone around me, destroyed my career and reputation. Will you make the same choice again? God, no. I'd rather be fired honestly than go through this nightmare again. Year after the incident, I'm still paying off debt and working minimum wage. Ran into my old coworker at a grocery store. He pretended not to see me. Can't blame him. I'm the guy who faked brain damage to avoid getting in trouble. That's my legacy now, the amnesia faker. My mom calls every week. She's trying, but I can tell she's still hurt. I saw you're working at that coffee shop downtown. Yeah, it's honest work at least. Are you happy? No, but I'm learning to live with the consequences of my actions. That's growth, I suppose. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I just faced the music that first day. Probably would have been fired anyway, but at least I'd have my dignity. Instead, I chose the nuclear option and destroyed everything. The salary leak that started this all, the company ended up using it to justify pay equity adjustments. Several people got raises. The incident actually helped people in the long run. Meanwhile, I'm living in a studio apartment eating ramen and working for tips. Karma's real and she's brutal. Met a girl at the coffee shop. She's nice. We talk during slow periods. Thinks I'm just a barista trying to make ends meet. Don't have the heart to tell her about my past yet. Maybe someday when I've proven I'm different. For now, I'm just the guy who faked amnesia and learned the hardest way possible that you can't run from your mistakes. They'll chase you down and make you pay with interest. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10 experience. Absolutely do not try this at home. Be me, 23-year-old, trying to talk to this absolute goddess at the apartment complex gym. Her name is Violet. She's got purple hair and does yoga in these pants that should be illegal. Been working up courage for 2 weeks, finally approach her by the water fountain. Hey, I'm trying to get into yoga. Any tips for beginners? She smiles. Start with downward dog and don't hyperextend your knees. We talk for like 20 minutes. She's into classic rock and makes pottery. Get her number, literally shaking as I save it in my phone. Rush home to tell my roommates about this victory. Burst through the door. Guys, I got her number. Roommate Tyler is on the couch eating cereal. Who? Violet, the girl from the gym I've been talking about for weeks. Other roommate Jake walks out of his room. The purple hair chick? Yeah, we're texting right now. She wants to hang out this weekend. Tyler and Jake exchange looks. This weird energy fills the room. What? I ask. Nothing, bro. That's great, Tyler says, but he's being weird. Whatever, I'm too excited to care. Spend the next 3 days texting Violet constantly. She's funny and weird in the best way. Tells me about her ceramics business. Sends me pictures of bowls she made. They're actually pretty good. One looks like a dragon. Friday night, she invites me to this underground art show in some warehouse. Get ready. Tyler and Jake are suddenly very interested in my plans. Where are you going? Jake asks for the third time. Art show with Violet. I told you already. Can we come? Tyler asks. What? No, it's like a date thing. Come on, man. We never go out anymore, Jake pleads. That's because you guys play League until 4 a.m. every night. They keep begging. Eventually I cave because I'm weak. Fine, but don't be weird. We all show up to this warehouse. It's full of people who look like they photosynthesis. Violet is there wearing this flowy dress, looks like a fairy. You brought friends. She seems genuinely happy about it. Introduce Tyler and Jake. They're acting normal for once. Art show is bizarre. One piece is just a mannequin covered in moss. Another is a TV playing static with a fish tank in front of it. This is very conceptual, Tyler says, trying to sound sophisticated. Violet laughs. It's pretentious as hell, but I love it. We're all vibing, drinking wine from plastic cups. Some guy with a man bun offers us special brownies. They're enhanced with natural ingredients, he says mysteriously. Violet takes one. These are amazing, trust me. We all eat brownies because peer pressure is real. Tastes like chocolate and dirt, kind of earthy. 30 minutes later, nothing happens. I don't feel anything, Jake announces. Famous last words. Suddenly the walls start breathing. The moss mannequin is definitely looking at me. Guys, I think those brownies were more than just weed, I say. Violet's face is melting. Or maybe it's just the lighting, can't tell. Everything is moving in waves. Sounds are colors. We should probably go home, Tyler suggests. His voice sounds like it's underwater. Somehow we make it back to the apartment. Reality is a suggestion at this point. All four of us collapse on the living room floor. Violet is laughing at the ceiling. The popcorn texture is dancing. It's not popcorn, it's smooth ceiling, Jake says. Since when? I ask, genuinely confused. Since always, we painted it last year. I don't remember that. Time is meaningless. It could be 5 minutes or 5 hours later. Violet starts telling us about her childhood, except the story keeps changing. I grew up in Colorado. No, wait, Florida. Actually, it was Nebraska. Which one? Tyler asks. All of them simultaneously, she says, like it makes perfect sense. We're all nodding like this is completely normal information. Jake stands up. I need to tell you guys something important. We all look at him. He's glowing. Or maybe that's just the trip. Violet, I think you're beautiful, and I want to date you too. Record scratch moment. What the actual hell? Dude, what? I'm sitting up now. Sorry, bro, but I felt a connection at the art show, Jake says. Violet is just smiling, eating chips that may or may not be real. This is not happening right now, I say. Tyler raises his hand like we're in class. I also have feelings for Violet. Are you serious right now? The heart wants what it wants, Tyler says dramatically. Violet laughs. It sounds like wind chimes and car alarms at the same time. You're all so sweet. I like all of you too. You can't date all three of us, I point out. Why not? Social constructs are just agreements we made up, she says. Can't argue with that logic in this state. My brain is pudding. Jake is pacing now. No, but seriously, I saw her first at the gym. I literally talked to her first, I argue. Seeing someone first doesn't mean anything, Tyler interjects. Stay out of this, Tyler. We're having a full argument while Violet watches like it's a tennis match. The walls are definitely purple now. Weren't they white before? Guys! Violet stands up. She's 8 feet tall. That can't be right. What if we all just existed in this moment without conflict? That's hippie nonsense and you know it, Jake says. Argument continues, getting more heated. Things are said that can't be unsaid. Years of roommate grievances come out. You never do dishes, Tyler yells. You ate my leftover pizza, Jake counters. That was 6 months ago. Violet is now sitting on the kitchen counter eating an apple. You guys are better than reality TV. This isn't entertainment, this is serious, I shout. She takes another bite. Is it though? The ceiling fan starts talking. She's got a point. We all look up. Did the fan just talk? Jake asks. Fans don't talk, we're just really high, Tyler says. But we all heard it. The fan definitely spoke. Violet giggles. Everything talks if you listen hard enough. This is getting too weird even for a drug trip. Suddenly Jake walks to the center of the room. Everything goes quiet, even the breathing walls. Be me, Jake. And I need to hijack this story real quick. These idiots don't understand what's actually happening here. Been living with these guys for 2 years. They're my boys, but they're clueless. This whole Violet situation is spiraling. She's literally sitting on our counter eating an apple, like Snow White. Violet, you need to choose, I announce. Choose what? She asks, apple juice running down her chin. Which one of us you actually like? She tilts her head. What if I told you I'm not real? What does that mean? Tyler asks. It means I'm a projection of your collective consciousness, she says casually. We all stare at her. That's the drugs talking, I say. Is it though? She does that thing again where she questions reality. The room shifts. Suddenly we're in a forest. No, wait, we're still in the apartment. This is bad. We're having a bad trip. Tyler starts panicking. There's no such thing as a bad trip, only difficult experiences, Violet says like a fortune cookie. She jumps off the counter, lands like a cat. I have a confession. I'm not just a girl you met at the gym. Then what are you? The other guy asks. Wait, that's me. I'm the other guy, losing track of who I am in this narrative. Violet spins around. Her dress turns into smoke. Or maybe it's just smoke. I'm everyone and no one. I'm the girl you wanted, but I'm also just a thought. This is too deep. My brain can't handle philosophy right now. Tyler's writing something on the wall with a marker. We need to document this. Don't write on the walls, I yell. These aren't real walls, he says. He's got a point. They're looking pretty transparent right now. Can see through them into other dimensions. Or maybe it's just outside. Be me, Tyler. Taking over this mess because Jake is losing it. We're all sitting in a circle now. Violet is in the middle. She's explaining quantum physics, except none of it makes sense. The observer affects the observed, so by watching me, you created me. That's Schrodinger's cat, I say, proud of myself for remembering. No, that's about superposition, she corrects. Same thing? It's really not. We're arguing about physics while tripping balls. This is peak human evolution. Jake is now convinced that we're all in a simulation. None of this is real. We're in the Matrix. If this isn't real, why does my head hurt? I ask. Phantom pain, your real body is in a pod somewhere, he explains. That's stupid, we're just high. The first guy, what's his name? Can't remember. Let's call him Anon. Anon is staring at Violet with this intense look. You're not making any sense, he says. Neither are you, she replies. Fair point. The apartment is melting now, furniture is liquid. Couch turns into an ocean. We're all sitting in water, but we're not wet. This is fine, Jake says. This is totally normal. Nothing about this is normal, I shout. Violet laughs. It echoes for 7 years. What if I told you that you're all the same person? That's impossible. We have different social security numbers, Anon argues. Do you, though? Have you checked recently? None of us have checked our social security numbers recently. See? You can't prove you're different people, Violet says triumphantly. I can prove it. Jake smells bad, I say. Hey, Jake is offended. It's true. You smell like Doritos and regret. We're arguing about hygiene now, completely derailed. Violet is braiding her hair, except her hair is growing infinitely. It's wrapping around the apartment like vines. Should we be concerned about that? Anon asks. Probably, I admit. But we're all too fascinated to do anything about it. Her hair is now forming patterns. They look like sacred geometry. I understand the universe now, Jake whispers. No, you don't. You're just high, I tell him. But what if being high is actually being enlightened? Then why do enlightened people meditate instead of eating brownies? Good question. We should ask the Dalai Lama. Let's table that for later. Be me, some girl named Violet. Wait, no. Be me, Tyler's girlfriend, who just showed up. My name is Zara. Been dating Tyler for 3 months. Got a text from him that said, help, we're dying, come over. Rushed over, used my emergency key. Walk into the apartment. It's chaos. 3 guys sitting in a circle around some purple-haired girl. They're all staring at the ceiling, mumbling about consciousness. Tyler, what the hell? He looks at me like I'm an alien. Zara, you're here. Are you real? Am I real? Are you high? So high we're in space. We're astronauts. He's babbling. The purple-haired girl waves at me. Hello, fellow entity. Who is this? I point at her. That's Violet. She's either real or a manifestation of our desires. We're still figuring it out. Great, my boyfriend is having an existential crisis. Everyone stand up, we're getting food and water. Food is an illusion, one of them says. Shut up, Jake. How did you know I'm Jake? Tyler showed me pictures, now everyone get up. Wrangle these idiots into the kitchen, get them water. They're all talking over each other, making no sense. Violet is explaining something about astral projection. I can leave my body and visit other dimensions. That's called sleeping, I say. Is it though? She does that annoying question thing. Yes, it's literally just sleeping. Tyler hugs me. Zara, you're so logical. I love you. I love you too, but you're never eating mystery brownies again. They weren't mysterious. They were enlightening. They were drugs, Tyler. The apartment is slowly returning to normal. Or maybe I'm just sober. These guys are definitely still tripping though. Anon is drawing on paper. I need to capture this feeling. He's drawing stick figures. It looks like a kindergarten project. That's beautiful, man, Jake says seriously. It's stick figures. Art is subjective, Violet chimes in. I'm starting to understand why they're all confused by her. She talks in circles, says profound-sounding nothing. Violet, where do you actually live? I ask directly. In the moment, she says. No, like, what's your address? Addresses are constructs created by the Postal Service to control us. That's not... Okay, sure. Give up trying to get straight answers from her. Tyler's now lying on the floor making snow angels on the carpet. There's no snow, babe, I tell him. Not with that attitude. These guys are going to be useless for hours. Violet stands up, stretches. I should probably go. Where? All three guys ask at once. Back to the void, or my apartment. Same thing, really. She walks toward the door. Her movement is too fluid, like she's gliding. Wait, we never settled who you like. Anon jumps up. I like all of you equally, which means I like none of you specifically. That makes no sense. Exactly. She opens the door and leaves. We all stare at the closed door. Did that just happen? Jake asks. Did what happen? Tyler responds. Violet, the art show, all of it. They all look at each other, confusion spreading. Be me, Anon again, and something is very wrong. Zara is here, but I don't remember her arriving. When did you get here? I ask her. Like 20 minutes ago, Tyler texted me. Tyler doesn't have a girlfriend. Everyone goes silent. Yes, I do. We've been dating for 3 months, Tyler insists. I've never seen her before, Jake says. Zara looks hurt. We've met like 6 times. This is the drugs. We're all hallucinating different people, I realize. I'm not a hallucination, Zara yells. That's exactly what a hallucination would say. The walls are breathing again, heavier this time. Tyler's looking at Zara, then at us, then back at Zara. She's real. I'm holding her hand right now. You're holding air, Jake says. No, I'm not. We're all seeing different realities. This is bad. Where's Violet? I ask. She left, Zara says. No, she didn't. She's right there. Jake points to the corner. We all look. I see nothing. Jake sees Violet, apparently. She's waving at me, Jake says. Nobody is there, Tyler shouts. This is descending into madness fast. Check my phone. No text from Violet. Scroll up. There's no conversation. The number doesn't exist. Guys, I don't have Violet's number in my phone. What do you mean? I mean it's not here. It never was. Jake checks his phone. Mine neither. Tyler's having a crisis. So who did we meet at the art show? Did we even go to an art show? I ask. We all look at each other. The memories are fuzzy. Zara's watching this unfold. You guys need actual help. You're not real, Tyler suddenly shouts at her. Excuse me? They can't see you, which means you're my hallucination. I'm not a hallucination, I'm your girlfriend. Prove it. How do I prove I exist? Philosophy 101, you can't, Jake says unhelpfully. The apartment is shrinking, or expanding. Hard to tell. Everything is wrong. Nothing makes sense. Okay, everyone stop, I yell. They all freeze. Let's figure this out logically. What do we actually know? We ate brownies at an art show, Tyler says. Did we though? Where's the art show? Nobody can remember the address. Who invited us? Jake asks. Violet, I say, but did she? Check my texts again. No invitation, no address. We never left the apartment, I realize. What? Think about it. We have no proof we went anywhere. We all look around the living room. There's a bag of brownies on the coffee table. Those brownies, Jake points. We all stare at them. We ate them here, Tyler says slowly. The art show was a trip, I finish. So Violet? Hallucination, shared hallucination. But we all saw her. That's what makes it shared. Zara is still there, supposedly, according to Tyler. What about her? I point to where Tyler is looking. She's real, he insists. How do you know? Because, he's struggling. You can't prove it, can you? He deflates. No. Zara is crying now, or Tyler thinks she is. This is messed up, Jake mutters. We sit in silence for what feels like hours. The apartment stops breathing. Walls become solid again. Colors return to normal. Sounds are just sounds. I think we're coming down, I say. Thank God, Tyler breathes. We all look at the brownies. We should throw those away, Jake suggests. Agreed. I grab the bag, walk to the trash, dump them. This never happened, Tyler says. What never happened? Jake asks. Exactly. We make a pact to never speak of this night again. But in the back of my mind, I wonder if Violet was ever real. Check the gym the next day, ask the staff about a purple-haired girl. Nobody like that is a member here, the receptionist says. My blood runs cold. Go home, the guys are on the couch. She doesn't exist, I tell them. Who? They ask. Violet, she's not a gym member. I checked. Maybe she was visiting someone? Maybe, or maybe we created her. That's impossible. Is it? We all saw her the same way, described her the same. Collective unconscious, Jake says. Jung wrote about it. We're not smart enough for Jung, Tyler argues. Fair point. Days pass, we try to move on, but sometimes I see purple hair in crowds and my heart stops. Always a different person, never her, because she was never real. 1 month later, doorbell rings. Open it, there's a girl with purple hair. Hi, I'm Violet, I just moved in upstairs. My brain short circuits. What? I saw you at the gym and wanted to introduce myself. You looked familiar. She's real, she's actually real. Or is this another trip? Are you okay? You look pale, she says. I need to sit down. Slam the door, hyperventilating. Tyler and Jake come running. What happened? She's real. She's upstairs. She's real. Who? Violet. We all look at each other. Do we answer the door? Jake asks. I don't know. Is this happening? Doorbell rings. Again. We're frozen. Can't move. Maybe if we ignore it, reality will make sense again. Or maybe we're still in that living room, still tripping. Maybe we never came down. Maybe this is all still happening in our heads. The brownies are still on the table. We never threw them away. We're still sitting in a circle. Violet is still in the middle. And none of this ever happened. Or all of it did. Can't tell anymore. Be me and I have no idea what's real. Be me, 25-year-old guy who considers himself a good person. Work as a graphic designer, have friends, generally well-adjusted. Meet girl named Luna at a comic convention. She's dressed as a cat girl. Not my usual type, but she's cute, and we bond over anime. Exchange numbers. Start texting constantly. She sends me selfies with cat ear filters. It's cringe, but endearing. You're different from other guys, she texts me. Red flag detector should be going off, but I'm ignoring it. We start dating. Everything is perfect for the first month. She's affectionate, laughs at my jokes, comes to my apartment all the time, introduces me to her friends. They're all into cosplay and conventions. One of them, her best friend Kai, gives me weird vibes. They're super close, finish each other's sentences, inside jokes. We've been friends since high school, Luna explains. Cool, I say, but internally, I'm uncomfortable. Shouldn't be jealous of a friend, that's controlling behavior. Suppress the feeling, act normal. A few weeks later, Luna cancels our date to hang with Kai. He's going through something. I need to be there for him. No problem, we can reschedule. Happens again the next week and the week after. Starting to feel like the third wheel in my own relationship. Bring it up carefully. Hey, I feel like we haven't spent much time together lately. Are you serious? I can't have friends? That's not what I'm saying. It sounds like you're trying to control who I hang out with. Guilt hits immediately. Maybe I am being controlling. Apologize, she forgives me. Everything is fine again. Except it's not. The pattern continues. Kai is always around, always texting her, always needing something. Check her phone one night when she's in the bathroom. Immediately feel guilty. That's toxic behavior, invasion of privacy. But I do it anyway. Scroll through texts with Kai. Nothing explicitly romantic, but the vibe is weird, too familiar. Miss you already. Can't wait to see you tomorrow, he texts. She replies with heart emojis. Put the phone down before she comes back. Act normal. This feeling is eating me alive, jealousy I've never experienced before. Start checking her social media obsessively. Every post with Kai, every comment, analyzing everything. She posts a photo with him, caption, my favorite person. What about me? I'm your boyfriend. Don't comment, don't like it, just stew in silence. Friend notices I'm acting weird. Dude, you okay? Yeah, just relationship stuff. Talk to her about it. I did. She said I'm being controlling. Are you? I don't know. Maybe? He gives me this look. If you're checking her phone and stalking her social media, then yeah, that's not great. He's right. I'm becoming the thing I never wanted to be. Decide to pull back, give her space, work on myself. Last exactly 3 days before I'm back to obsessively checking everything. Luna posts Instagram story at 2 a.m. She's at Kai's apartment. Late night talks with this one, with a photo of them on his couch. Lose my mind, text her, "You're at his place at 2 a.m.? She doesn't respond for an hour. Yes, we were watching movies. Is that a problem? Kind of, yeah, that's weird. You're being insecure and it's not attractive. That line hits different. She's right. I'm being pathetic. Apologize again. She's cold for a few days. Things slowly get better, but I'm changing. Not for the better, for the worse. Start working out obsessively, trying to be more attractive. Convince myself if I'm better, she won't need Kai. Begin posting more on social media, trying to make her jealous. Photos with female coworkers, tagged at bars, living my best life apparently. Luna doesn't seem to notice or care. That makes it worse. She's not even jealous. My coworker Maya asked me to lunch. Just friendly work thing. Post a photo with her, caption it, "Great conversations with great people." Luna likes it, doesn't comment. Maya texts me later, "Your girlfriend cool with us hanging?" Yeah, why wouldn't she be? Just checking. Some girls get weird. Start hanging out with Maya more, partially because she's cool, partially because spite. If Luna can have Kai, I can have Maya. Except Maya is genuinely just being friendly, and I'm using her. Realize this, feel like garbage, but continue anyway. Luna notices finally, "You're spending a lot of time with Maya." She's just a friend, I can't have friends? Using her own words against her, I'm being petty. It's different. How is it different? We argue, it escalates, both of us yelling. "Maybe we should take a break," she says. Maybe we should, I agree, even though I don't want to. We break up, I'm devastated but also relieved. Tell myself I'm better off, she was the problem. Deep down, know I contributed to the toxicity. Spend the next week in misery, barely eating. Friends try to cheer me up, take me out to bars, get drunk, talk about Luna, become that annoying guy. She wasn't right for you, they say. But what if I wasn't right for her? They don't have an answer for that. See, Luna posted photos with Kai at an anime convention. They're in matching cosplay. She's a cat girl again. He's some character I don't recognize. Comments are full of people saying they're cute together. "Are you two dating?" someone asks. "Just friends," Luna replies with a smiley face. That emoticon haunts me for days. Start going down a rabbit hole online. Reddit posts about relationships, am I the asshole threads. Realize I was exhibiting toxic behaviors, jealousy, control issues, spite. Try to justify it. She was emotionally cheating with Kai. But was she? Or was I just insecure? Can't tell anymore. Perspective is warped. Maya texts me, "Want to grab coffee?" Meet up with her. She can tell I'm struggling. "You need to move on. This isn't healthy." I know. I just can't stop thinking about it. What are you thinking about specifically? Whether I'm a bad person? You're not a bad person. You just made some mistakes. Her kindness makes me feel worse somehow. Realize I was using her to make Luna jealous. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable with all the social media stuff. What do you mean? Explain the whole situation. She looks disappointed. Oh, so you were using me to get back at your ex? Not intentionally, but yeah, kind of. She leaves. I don't blame her. I'm an asshole. Now I've lost Luna and damaged a friendship with Maya. Spiral continues. Start spending more time online. Discover forums about breakups, relationships, the manosphere stuff. Initially just looking for advice ends up consuming me. Reading posts about how women are manipulative, how nice guys finish last. Start agreeing with some of it. The bitterness seeps in. I was too nice, that's why she left, I convince myself. Friend tries to snap me out of it. Dude, you're going down a dark path. What path? The bitter ex-boyfriend incel path. Log off for a while. I'm not an incel, I had a girlfriend. Had, past tense, and if you keep this up, you won't have another one. Ignore his advice, keep scrolling. 2 months after the breakup, see Luna posted she's in a relationship. With Kai, of course, the inevitable outcome. I knew it, I text my friend. Knew what? She was into him the whole time, I wasn't crazy. Even if that's true, it doesn't justify how you acted. Doesn't it though? No man, it doesn't. But I'm past listening to reason now. Make a burner account. Start watching their social media. They post couple photos, convention pics, inside jokes. Everything she used to do with me, she's doing with him. The cat girl cosplay thing becomes her brand. She starts a streaming channel, gaming in cat ears, gets a decent following, couple hundred viewers per stream. I watch sometimes anonymously, torturing myself. Her chat is full of simps donating money, saying weird things. You're so cute. Best girl. Notice me, please. She responds to them, plays into it. The cat girl persona. Something in me breaks watching this. Create an account. Start watching regularly. Not as a supportive ex, as a hate watcher. She's commodifying the thing that was part of our relationship. Or maybe it was never real. Maybe she was always performing. These thoughts consume me. I'm becoming bitter and twisted. Start working out more, not for health, for revenge body reasons. The villain arc is beginning and I don't even realize it. Friend confronts me at the gym. You're acting weird. I'm fine, just improving myself. You're here for 3 hours a day. That's not improvement, that's obsession. Maybe I'm just dedicated. To what? Making your ex regret leaving you? So what if I am? That's not healthy motivation, man. Push him away, literally and figuratively. Start isolating myself, only interact online. Luna's streams become my routine, watch every single one. Never comment, never donate, just watch in silence. She's thriving, laughing, happy, everything I'm not. Kai appears on stream. Sometimes they do couple content, chat goes wild, relationship goals. So cute together. I'm seething behind my screen. Discover her Discord server, join it, stay silent. Watch the community worship her. The parasocial relationships. These people don't know her. Not like I did. Or did I even know her? Start questioning every memory. Was any of it real? Maybe she was playing a character with me too. The bitterness turns to nihilism. Nothing matters. Everything is fake. Stop going to work regularly. Call in sick. Boss notices. Is everything okay? Yeah, just dealing with some personal stuff. Take the time you need, but we're worried about you. Don't take time, just push through, barely functional. My apartment becomes a cave, lights off, screens glowing. Meals are delivered, human interaction is minimal. Friend forces his way in one day. Dude, this is bad. Looks around at the mess, the multiple monitors, the takeout containers. What happened to you? Nothing, I'm fine. You're not fine, you're watching your ex's streams obsessively. Caught, can't even deny it. One monitor is open to her Twitch. It's not what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like. You need help. I don't need help. I'm just keeping tabs. On your ex from months ago? That's stalking. The word hits like a slap. I'm a stalker now. Get out, I tell him. Not until you agree to talk to someone. I said get out. He leaves. I'm alone again. The way I prefer it now. Except I don't prefer it. I'm miserable, but I can't stop. Luna announces a big convention appearance. Going to be there with Kai. Selling prints. Doing meet and greets. The full influencer experience. Something in my broken brain decides I should go. Not to confront her, just to see her in person, confirm she's real. Buy a ticket, plan the trip. This is insane, but I'm doing it. The convention is 3 states away. I take time off work. Drive there, check into a hotel, feel like a spy on a mission. Day of the convention, put on my best clothes, try to look normal. Walk through the convention center, it's packed with people in cosplay. Find her booth, she's there in cat ears, taking photos with fans. Kai is beside her, they're laughing, selling prints of her character designs. Stand in line like a fan, my heart is pounding. Get to the front. She looks up at me. Recognition flashes in her eyes, then confusion. Oh, hey, wow, what are you doing here? Just checking out the convention, didn't know you'd be here. Obvious lie, she knows it, Kai knows it. That's cool, do you want a print? Sure, yeah. Pay for a print of her in Catgirl cosplay, this is humiliating. She signs it. Hope you're doing well. Fake smile, fake enthusiasm, we're both performing. Walk away, hand shaking, holding the print. What the hell am I doing? Spend the rest of the convention wandering, feeling empty. See her and Kai walking around, holding hands, looking happy. They stop at a booth. She tries on cat ear headbands. Heaved. Buys her one. She kisses his cheek. Crowd around them awes. I'm watching from a distance. Invisible. Irrelevant. Realization hits me like a truck. I'm the villain in this story. Not the hero, not even the side character, the creepy ex who can't move on. Leave the convention, drive back home in silence. The print is on my passenger seat, mocking me. Get home, throw it in the trash, but fish it out an hour later. Put it in a drawer, Can't look at it, but can't throw it away. Friend texts me, we need to talk. Meet him at a coffee shop. He brings another friend, an intervention. You went to her convention appearance, Ben, he says. How did you know? She posted about running into an ex. I put two and two together. Did she say anything bad? No, but the fact that you're asking means you know it was weird. Can't argue with that logic. I think you need therapy, actual professional help. I'm not crazy. Nobody said you're crazy, but you're not okay either. They're right. I know they're right, but admitting it is hard. Fine, I'll look into it. Actually do look into it. Find a therapist, make an appointment. First session is rough. Have to explain everything. So you've been watching your ex's streams for 3 months? Yes. And you traveled to see her at a convention? Yes. How do you feel about these behaviors? Like I'm a creep. Why do you think you're doing this? Because I can't let go, because I'm obsessed, because I'm broken. Therapist is patient, doesn't judge, just listens. It sounds like you're struggling with the breakup and it manifested in unhealthy ways. That's putting it mildly. We worked through it over several sessions, unpacking everything. The jealousy, the control issues, the spiral into obsession. You became what you feared, therapist says one day. What do you mean? You were afraid of being the controlling, jealous boyfriend, and in trying to avoid it, you became exactly that. The irony is not lost on me. Slowly start making changes, delete the burner accounts, stop watching streams. Block Luna on all social media, not out of anger, for my own sanity. Start going outside again, reconnecting with friends. Apologize to Maya for using her. She's hesitant but appreciates it. I was in a bad place. That's not an excuse, but I'm sorry. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing better. I'm trying. Months pass, the obsession fades, clarity returns. Look back at who I became with horror. The stalking, the bitterness, the villain arc I didn't even notice. Realize I need to make actual amends. Write Luna a message. Hey, I know this is random and you don't have to respond, but I wanted to apologize for how I acted during our relationship and after. I was jealous and controlling, and then I became obsessive. That's not who I want to be. I'm working on myself now. I hope you're happy. You deserve to be. Send it. Immediately regret it, but it's done. She responds 2 days later. I appreciate this. It took a lot to send that. I hope you're doing better too. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. The most mature response possible. Don't respond. That's the end of that chapter. Continue therapy. Work on identifying unhealthy patterns. Why do you think you became obsessed with the cat girl aesthetic? Therapist asks. I don't know. It was part of her identity, part of what I was attracted to. Or was it the idea of her? Think about it. Was I ever in love with Luna or the character she played? The bubbly cat girl who gave me attention. When that attention went to Kai, I couldn't handle it. I think I was in love with the idea, not the person. That's an important realization. Work through more issues, the need for validation, the fear of abandonment. Turns out I have attachment issues stemming from childhood stuff. Classic therapy revelation, but it helps to understand it. 6 months after the convention incident, I'm in a better place. Not perfect, still working through things, but better. Friend sets me up on a date. I'm nervous but agree. Her name is Harper. She's a teacher, into hiking and photography. No cosplay, no cat ears, just a normal person. We have coffee, conversation flows naturally. She's kind, funny, asks about my interests. What do you do for fun? Used to be watching streams and obsessing, but not anymore. I'm getting back into design work, trying to be creative again. That's cool. What kind of design? We talk for 2 hours. She's easy to talk to. No red flags, no weird dynamics. Just two people getting to know each other. At the end, she says, I'd like to do this again. Me too. Start dating Harper. Take it slow this time. No rushing, no obsessing, no checking her phone or social media. When I feel jealous, I recognize it, talk about it, don't let it fester. She has male friends. I'm okay with it. Actually okay with it, not just pretending. You seem really healthy about this, she comments one day. I wasn't always. Learned some hard lessons. Want to talk about it? Tell her the whole story, expecting her to run. She listens, doesn't judge. Sounds like you went through something difficult and came out better. I became my own red flag for a while. But you recognized it and changed. That's growth. Her acceptance helps heal something in me. Year after Luna, I'm in a stable relationship with Harper. Don't think about Luna anymore. Don't check her socials. Occasionally see her trending on Twitter for streaming stuff. Feel nothing. Just mild curiosity. Then move on. The obsession is dead. I killed it through work and therapy. Friend asks how I'm doing one day. Good, actually good. Proud of you, man. You were in a dark place. I know, thanks for not giving up on me. That's what friends are for. Reflect on the whole experience sometimes. How quickly I spiraled from normal guy to obsessive stalker. How easy it is to become the villain in your own story. The warning signs were all there, I just ignored them. Jealousy, control, obsession, bitterness, parasocial fixation. Each step seemed justified at the time. She's the one being inappropriate, I told myself. But I was the one watching streams for months, traveling to conventions. I was the red flag I was so afraid of seeing in others. Therapist says it's good I can recognize this now. Self-awareness is the first step to change. What's the second step? Actually changing, which you're doing. What if I relapse? What if I become that person again? You won't, because now you know what to look for. You have tools to cope. Hope she's right, because I never want to be that person again. The guy watching his ex's streams at 3 a.m., the guy joining Discord servers just to lurk, the guy who drove 3 states to see someone who doesn't want to see him. That guy was a villain, and I was him. Harper asks what I'm thinking about. Just the past, how different things are now. Good different? Yeah, good different. She smiles. We continue our hike. Somewhere Luna is probably streaming, doing her thing, living her life. Kai is probably there supporting her, being a good partner. And I'm here, in the mountains, with someone who actually fits. No cat ears, no performances, just real connection. Took becoming my own red flag to learn what I actually needed. Wouldn't recommend the journey, but I'm grateful for the destination. Sometimes growth requires becoming the thing you hate most, recognizing it, and choosing to be better. Be me, former villain, current work in progress. Still have the print in a drawer somewhere. Reminder of who I was, who I'm not anymore. Maybe someday I'll throw it away, but for now it stays. A lesson I paid dearly to learn. You can't control people. You can't force connections. You can only work on yourself and hope you become someone worth knowing. Took me a year of obsession, therapy, and rock bottom to figure that out. But better late than never. The Catgirl Gunnar arc is over. The villain arc ended. Now it's just the being a decent person arc. Boring, but infinitely better.